Thank you very much. It's been truly the joy of my life to be part of this, and at this point, I don't even look at it as something that's possessive in any way. I just feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, and I just feel fortunate to be helping to steer the ship a little bit.
It is time.
All right, we got the Travelin McCourys, and they're performing a Grateful Dead tune. So tell us a little bit about the Travelin McCourys and them coming to the festival.
Yeah, so we actually had the Travelin McCourys at the Ramble Festival last year, and I'm very happy to say that we're going to be having them back this year to do a Grateful Ball, which is
Nice.
their version of a Dead cover set. And they will have a special guest that won't be announced quite yet, but really looking forward to it. That's why I picked this one. Is I think it's actually one of the best ones, and frankly, one of the best versions of this song, period, ever done. I think "Loser's" a perfect song to be done in a bluegrass style, and I've never heard anyone do it better than the McCourys.
Ooh,
Nice. So Del
intrigued.
McCoury, the Travelin McCourys, Del Fest, that whole thing is like a bluegrass institution, right? That whole family, aren't they like that?
They really are, and they're swell human beings too. I've had the pleasure to meet most of them and spend some time with them. And Delfest has been a very special place for me. I still go every year. I met a lot of my friends and festival family there, and in fact, Jay, my partner in the Ramble Festival, and I met at Delfest.
Nice.
Nice.
And I can also tell you that by the time this comes out, our lineup will be out, and not only will we have the Travelin McCourys this year at the Ramble Festival, but Del McCoury is going to be headlining Sunday night for us.
Oh,
That's epic. And,
That's
to
huge.
be able to, go to a festival and have like a whole part of your identity and culture that's being developed there and then bring them to play your event, that must be so amazing for you, Brick. That makes me so happy to hear.
It is. My top priority in the second year of the Ramble Festival was bringing out Del McCoury because it means a lot to me personally that he's able to grace the stage at the Ramble Festival. And what year is better than coming out our second year with, in my opinion, the best bluegrass outfit out there right now, with not only the Travelin McCourys doing the Grateful Ball, but the Del McCoury Band. And Del is he's a national treasure as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And so, Brick, how did that happen for you? Did you grow up and your parents are playing bluegrass music for you and you're getting into it like that? Or how did you start getting into that whole genre? And then what made you decide to go to Delfest for the first time?
Yeah, sure. I actually didn't grow up as a kid listening to bluegrass. I grew up on a steady diet of classic rock. Grateful Dead, Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner, the Eagles, and all kinds of your typical classic rock artists. I actually got into bluegrass when I started getting into. My dad and I actually got into living history events, like
cool.
Mountain Man events and things. And there's a lot of bluegrass that were played at those events when I go to them, and that's what started my love for bluegrass. And I kind of went down the rabbit hole from there. The time I was about 16 or so, and have loved bluegrass ever since, and made it a big part of my world in a lot of ways. And getting to Delfest was definitely a part of that journey for me into the bluegrass world, because I started in a very traditional bluegrass world where it doesn't quite go into the jam side of things in the same way. It's more bluegrass jams and campfire jam kinds of things. But when I went to my first Delfest was actually in 2013, and I went to Delfest.
It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
a few years ago. I've been going to them ever since.
Nice.
Never try to miss one, so love what they do.
Nice.
That first year at Delfest, I went to see Old Crow Medicine Show, actually.
Oh, cool.
Because I've been an Old Crow fan for a while, and I went to Delfest, and that same year I got turned on to Trampled by Turtles, Green Sky Bluegrass, the Hackensaw Boys, a lot of what has become like some of the staples, especially in the jamgrass world today, and got turned on to some amazing bands, and then it really opened up the whole world of how the bluegrass and the jam world that I dipped my toes into through the classic rock connections over the years really kind of came together in one place, and I found where home was for me, musically speaking.
Wow, tremendous. It's a great story. Let's check it out. The Travelin McCourys perform Grateful Dead tune Loser here on Galaxy Jams Reacts.
Yeah, and this video is from Delfest 2015.
Pretty cool.
Some of the best guitar players are bluegrass players.
I know, they're like, they shred, like straight up like hair metal shredding. You know, their licks and chops are just unbelievable.
If I had a gun for every ace I've drawn, I could arm a town the size of Abilene.
Oh, sweet.
Don't you push me, baby, while I'm all alone.
He has a great voice. It's so strong.
Oh, you know I'm only in it for the gold.
It's a perfect voice for this song too.
All I'm asking for is $10 gold. I could pay you back with one good hand. You can look around about this wide world over, and you'll never find another honest man. Last fair deal in the country, sweet Susie. Last fair deal in the town. Don't you go money where your love is, baby, before you let my deal go down. Go down.
Doing a really good job of like trading, you know, throwing the football to each other so they all get a chance to make it happen during the song.
Very much in the bluegrass style in that way, yeah.
Yeah, Rob McCurry doing a great job on that banjo.
Don't you push me, baby, while I'm on it low. I know a little something you won't never know.
great vocals.
Yeah, I enjoyed the harmonization.
Money where your love is, baby, before you let my view go down, go down.
The instrumentation, the way they're doing this arrangement, is really, really cool to hear the song this way, you know. It also kind of reminds me just a little bit here and there of the band of the Decemberists. You ever kind of had that same quality of the musicians' musicianship as well. Really liking this a lot. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, and speaking of quality of musicians, I mean, Rob McCurry was named International Bluegrass Music Association Banjo Player of the Year in 2015. So that was the same year that this was recorded. So, you know, he was probably feeling really good being able to play, you know, such a storied tune by such a storied band. I mean, let's make no mistake here. The lineup of musicians that's on this stage is nothing short of like an absolute institution of the genre, you know? And so like we said in the past, you know, song we were listening to is that I love the use of dynamics. Like all of them know how to blow it away, you know, with their respective instruments, but they're hunkering down and really doing the song a service, right? And really playing the song and not, you know, playing themselves, you know what I mean? Even though they're putting themselves into the song, they're giving the song the due service that it deserves, and, you know, focusing on those dynamics to bring those, you know, precious lows so then they can, you know, accomplish those wild highs. You know what I mean? It's really, really lovely. Brick, what's going through your head when you're watching this?
I mean, you can see the musicianship. I mean, and you guys have touched on that. And it's not only Rob. Actually, each one of the Travelin McCourys have been multiple IBMA award winners for their respective instruments in multiple years.
Wow.
They are some of the best bluegrass musicians in the world, bar none. And when I watch this, I think how much I love the Grateful Dead and how they've done Loser. But I hear Ronnie McCurry's vocals on this, and it sounds to me like this song was written for him to sing it with that like high lonesome sound that he's really gotten from his dad. And it just evokes so much emotion in different ways, and the way they arrange this, that I think it's a real testament to not only their musicianship but their ability to bring a composition together that suits their talents the best.
Yeah, and just having, you know, this group of musicians be able to play this Grateful Dead cover set at your festival must be just so amazing. And then having, you know, knowing that the patriarch of the whole institution is making a visit during the festival as well. It's like, I feel like if I was there, just being there, I would be able to feel all of the tradition and feel all of the experiences and the ups and the lows and being with a family and it all coming together for such a special time to be able to watch, you know, at the Ramble Festival. It's something that I would be looking forward to so much, truly. I mean, really, just, you know, something like the Grateful Dead, it's like the stuff of legend, you know, already. And then taking such like, you know, an American institution as bluegrass and some of like the shining players in there and having all that come together, you know, is really should be such a treat, truly.
Well, you guys can come out. I have tickets for you. So come out to the Ramble this year.
Let's go.
Well, I'm interested in like all the other, so they're doing a whole Grateful Dead set. And I mean, some of the other songs, I'm just really, really interested in what they're going to pick to do and how they're going to arrange it, because I'm really liking their arrangement of this song.
A lot of fun. It really is.
Yeah, let's dive back in. It's really, that would be so sick. So cool that you guys put that together.
Yeah.
It's so tender.
That's a good way to put that.
Really doing a good job.
I like how they're having a conversation with their instruments.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like a nice, relaxed conversation. And, you know, like you said, it's the notes in between the notes that's so important. There it is. Taking us to Slaytown.
Jason Carter's just phenomenal.
And Alan Bartram on the bass. Really doing a good job holding it together.
Last fair deal in the country. Last fair deal in the town. Put your gold money where your love is, baby. Before you let my deal go down.
Oh, look at that jacket.
Yeah, it's a sweet one.
Go down. Everybody's bragging and drinking that wine. I can tell the Queen of Diamonds by the way she shines. Come to Daddy on an inside string. Well, I've got no chance in losing this time.
They're just so good at like backing each other up and like creating this whole, you know, force for him to climb above with his voice, you know?
Wow, look at that.
You just make it look effortless.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, I've been around a bunch of guys around a campfire with acoustic guitars, and it can sound messy, you know? So to be able to have that many stringed instruments, you know, on stage and able to, like, you know, ebb and flow and give each other that, you know, that push, or, you know, stay in the back and let the other person shine. I think it's, you know, truly a master class in being able to, like, hear your voice and where it sits, you know, in the whole entire game. And, you know, I think that being able to see them at the festival would be just hearing that song made me think of like the crackling of a fire. You know, I'm waking up in my tent, you know, at 10 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep because the sun's beating on my face, you know, going to get some amazing food from the vendor and being in festival mode. Just hearing that gets me ready to, you know, go and experience, you know, that great time.
And who doesn't like to hear dead tunes performed by their favorite bands? You know?
Oh, yeah.
And who doesn't like to hear dead tunes performed by their favorite bands at their own festival, Brick, you know? So I think kudos to you for lining that up because, you know, me and EJ used to throw our own festival and we brought a lot of our favorite artists and stuff. So we know how really tough that whole entire game is, you know? And so kudos to you for not only doing a good job making a festival, but being able to have your own influences and, you know, people can kind of tell like, you know, what you're all about and where you came from just from going to your event, Brick, you know? And I think that that's really, really hard, you know, to pull off. And so, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I'm going to throw my own festival and I got land, I could do it, but it's so hard to do something like that, you know? So being able to pull that off and having your own bands, you know, that you love to be there, it's, you know, I can't wait for it.
Well, thanks. You know, it's really just, it comes from a love of not only the music, but the community. And that's why we really do this festival, is to bring people together and see the positive ripples that come from building an amazing community of humans. At the end of the day, this is a community festival with a kick-ass lineup. And we just we see the music really as the catalyst that brings people together and gives them the opportunity to connect with other great humans that build a community that supports each other. And we just see the festival as, our expression of that and bringing the community together.
And that's the best part of any festival, right? Is the community. And just the people around you and the energy that's given off during the festival.
Yeah,
and
I met some of
it's so
my
much
best
fun.
friends at a festival.
Mhm.
And not only that, I've like gone to a festival with someone I didn't know very well, and then we came out the other side best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I've had those same experiences as well, and that's why when I stepped back and Jay, my partner, and I in the Ramble started talking about why we go back to festivals. Like the first year, it's usually for the lineup, but usually by the second year, it's because of the people we met the first year, and then each year it becomes more and more about the people and the community of friends and chosen family that we've built. That eventually the lineup doesn't matter. We know that the festivals we go to that we love, that the lineup's going to be great, but I don't need to know who's on it to know I'm still going to be there. And once we kind of realized that, we said, you know what, let's build a festival that instead of having that as the byproduct, let's build a festival where that is the desired outcome. And the music just is the catalyst to bring those people together and have the best possible overall experience that they can have.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite festival, rest in peace, used to be called Camp Barefoot, which happened in West Virginia, and I went to that 8 years in a row. And you're right, like after like year like 3 to 4, I was like, I don't care if like the Backstreet Boys are playing, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a good time because I'm gonna see the same people and I know that it's a big party, and not only that, it became more than that for me. Like when every year I would be standing at the festival and I knew I was gonna go to the festival the next year, so I would always think to myself, like, what am I going to do different so that the next time I'm standing at the festival, I'm going to look back and, what can I do to make it better, to be a better person, be a better friend, and I always used that festival as like a landmark in my life of like when everything stops and I'm like, okay, whoa, hold on a second, like I'm really having a chance to sit and think about, everything that's going on and who I am and what I'm all about and what I want. And the festival to me always marked that time for me, and I hope that, I'm glad that I'm catching this festival at the beginning stages of this so that, people can come year after year and make that time for themselves as well.
That's what we're really trying to do is we're trying to build a community of people that want to come together year after year and just try to take care of people. And, it is not lost on us, even though we just got through our first year, that there's a lot of people that came out and trusted in us and believed in us in the first year. And we appreciate that. And one example is we actually sold tickets on site last year for the second year. And I'm very proud to say we sold 71 tickets on site, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for a first year festival,
that's good.
It was pretty good. Sight unseen as to what the lineup would be, buying tickets in advance a year ahead of time. And at this point, everyone that did that has now received their care package from the Ramble Festival that just this week we sent out custom made limited edition edition of 100 Owen Murphy from One Drop Design Studio designed pins that are commemorative pins that are only being given to those 71 ticket holders that bought tickets on site last year.
That's great.
And a few staff members, and we decided that was the way that they were going to join what we're rolling out and calling the Rambler Faithful, which is a Ramble Festival, essentially fan club, loyalty club, where we're going to get these pins done every year. And this year we actually gave a discount code for another ticket and discount codes for merch, and those folks get to get their cabins and parking passes and everything before everybody else as well. So we're just trying to take care of the people that have
Take
taken
care of
us.
Yeah,
and let everybody know we're just trying to raise the bar a little bit for everybody. We don't have any VIPs at the festival because we're trying to make everyone's experience just a little better so everyone feels like a VIP. And
that's
this is just one of the ways
awesome.
we're doing it.
That's
Yeah.
great, man. Truly. And yeah, we had Owen Murphy on our show, and that was such a fun show. You know, he's such a
Yeah.
great, talented person.
Oh, this
And
artist
so
is
I
sick.
know that I would be looking forward to getting a pin like that. And, you know, if I'm going to the Ramble Festival and falling in love with it, I know that you guys got my back, so you can make it easier for me to come back year after year. So kudos to you, because a lot of festivals wait until like year 4 or year 5 to start even getting around to doing that kind of a thing. So it's nice that you guys are forward minded, and from the ground up, you're thinking about, you know, how can I make this like a whole, you know, year after year pilgrimage for people? Because like you said, it's a lot of trust. Like some people, like going to a festival like yours, like they save up all year to go to that one festival, you know? And so it's like, you know, truly amazing that they're choosing you, especially, you know, not knowing the lineup. You know, it must be, you know, you guys have something truly special for people to be able to believe in you to do that. So it's really awesome, Brick, truly.
Well, thank you very much. It's been truly the joy of my life to be part of this. And you know, at this point, I don't even look at it as something that's possessive in any way. I just feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, and I just feel fortunate to be helping to steer the ship a little bit. You know.
Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show, and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.